So when we talk about your group discussion section, then we have 4 traits that could be seen in, that is actually judged in a group discussion. The first one is your personality traits, then the second one is your body language, then the third one is your communication skills, and the final one is your clarity of thoughts. When we talk about a group discussion, then we begin that particular group discussion in a group of 7 or 8 people, out of which everyone over there is very much in a hurry just to have their opinion in that particular group, because you get a very less time in a group discussion. The complete group discussion holds a time period of round about 15 to 20 minutes, and out of those 15 to 20 minutes there are 8 to 10 members. So for an example, you are there in the group and you are among the 10 members, then you get just a time span of 2 minutes to speak up. So in that particular 2 minutes you have to score a lot in that particular GD. So when we talk about the group discussion section, then the first trait that could be seen or that can be judged over there is your personality trait. That is, how do you take things. For an example, when we talk about that someone says you that a social man should have. Now you have 2 options. The first one is a limited number of friends, and the second one is a large number of group of people. When I say that what should a person have, when we are talking about social person, then what should be there? Then we can see that when we are talking about social person, then what will happen is that a social person will have a large number of group of acquaintances, yes or no, rather than having a handful of friends. So your personality must be according to that. You cannot be very much considered, or you cannot be just like that. You must have a very few number of friends when you are living a social life. Similarly, this actually shows your actually shows your personality, that you are capable and you are handy with any of the environment that can be seen in an organization. And over there, what you can do is that you can have n number of acquaintances with you all. Okay. Now, when we talk about body language, then what is your body language? Then body language is something where we talk about how do you behave with your colleagues. That is, you cannot use fingers, you cannot point out fingers on them. What you should do is that you should handle them very firmly. Now, what is the way of handling them very firmly? You should appraise them quite well. Now, if you are giving any point while you all are having discussions, then you can count those points on your fingers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then your eye to eye contact. Whenever you are having a conversation with anyone, then you must have an eye to eye contact. These are some of the body language traits. Then when we talk about your communication skills, when we are talking about communication skills, then you must be very much clear what you are talking about. You should not go away from the topic. When you are talking with any of the person, then what should you actually depict over there is that any of the topic that is discussed in a group discussion, you should get stick to that particular topic, and you should not talk anything apart from it. For an example, you all are having a discussion and you start having a discussion over pani puri that you had last night or something like that. When you talk about communication skill, the another things comes that your fluency in your talking. You cannot just stammer out. Next is your clarity of thoughts. Whatever you are trying to speak up is that you must be clear in your thoughts, you must be clear in your beliefs, and whatever you are telling, you should not lie over there. Your thoughts must be very much clear. And at the end, when we talk about a group discussion, then what should be the major thing is that out of that particular topic, the group should come to a conclusion. You should not end with a haphazard situation. You should come to an end with a conclusion. And if you are present in that particular group, then what you should do is that analyze that particular topic quite well, whatever discussions that we had in that particular group discussion, then come to a final conclusion. Now, when we talk about group discussion, then 2 situations comes out of the group. The first situation is that whether that particular group is taking up a conclusion or not, and the second situation is that particular group does not come in a mode of conclusion. That is, everyone is in a situation of a confusion. No one is clear in their thoughts. And even you, when you go to a GD and you get a topic like something like you do not have any knowledge, then what should you do is, rather than becoming a good speaker over there, listen the points what others are speaking over there. Then just analyze those points. Now, the way of criticizing those points, when we talk about way of criticizing, that is also again included in your communication skills. When you are trying out to criticize that particular person, then the way of criticizing must be very firm. That is, we can say that particular person who is sitting in front of you is not hurt by your words. That is, you can say that, yes my friend, I partially agree with you. When you are telling that you are partially agreeing with that particular person, it directly means that you are disagreeing with that particular person. But saying I partially agree with you my friend, and in my point of view I think this should be ... blah blah blah, then this is a good way of communicating with that particular person. This will never hamper or never hurt his feelings. So keep your ego aside while talking in group discussion, while discussing in a group discussion. That was all about group discussion, and then in the next part we will begin with your personal interview section. Okay, thank you for your group discussion. Thank you. Now we will have a discussion over your personal interview section. When we talk about personal interview, then n number of interviews are there, but something is common in that particular interview. When we talk about IBPS PO, rather it is SBI PO clerk, then we have RBI, then we have the PGDBF PO, or we have the RRB PO. N number of interviews are there, but one thing that is common in every interview is your HR related questions, the common questions related to interview. When we talk about those common questions in interview, then we have questions like questions related to your personality, then questions related to your eagerness to join your bank. Then again in these exams, the second section that comes is your current awareness and your economic awareness related to your nation. Then again the third portion that we talk about is your current affairs, knowledge of current affairs, and the final section that is related in your bank interview is your questions related to your banking. Now when we talk about the first part of interview, then what we have is, number one is your common questions related to HR interview, or you can say common questions related to your personal interview. In that particular section, your introduction part, that how should you introduce yourself. Okay? There must be a proper and firm way of introducing yourself, that how you are presenting yourself in front of the mentors, in front of the panel members in the interview. The first section is your introduction part. Then the second part is how eager you are to join a bank. That is, a question will be asked in the interview that why should we hire you, or why do you want to join bank. These are the questions that are related to your eagerness, that shows that you must join a bank. Okay. Now again in this HR round, you have another type of questions like, where do you see yourself after 5 to 10 years in this particular bank? Why have you chosen bank? Why haven't you not chosen that particular stream that was related to your graduation section? For an example, you have done your graduation with BTech and now you are opting for bank, then there must be an answer to that particular question. Then when we talk about the second part, that is after the HR interview section, the second part is your questions related to your current awareness, the general awareness section. So for an example, we can talk about right now what is happening in our nation is that our Prime Minister has launched n number of yojnas. When we talk about n number of yojnas, then questions are coming from that particular yojna. That is, for an example, there are n number of yojnas like Jan Dhan Yojana or Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. There are n number of things. Okay. Now, when we are talking about yojnas, then what we can say is that questions related to yojnas are very much common in these interviews, because these questions are also asked in your general awareness section in your written examination, that is your mains examination. Then again these questions are asked in an interview. So in my point of view, I think that you must have a clear-cut knowledge about n number of yojnas that are being launched by the government. But apart from learning all the yojnas, your focus must be on those yojnas that are related to banking sector. For an example, the first one is your Jan Dhan Yojana. Then again you have n number of yojnas like Kisan Credit Yojana. Then n number of yojnas are there. When we talk about these yojnas, then what you can do is you can have a list of those yojnas and start preparing for it. That is when it was introduced. Now there are again differentiated on the basis of private sector banks or public sector banks or cooperative banks or regional rural banks. So n number of yojanas that are coming related to banks are specified according to banks also. So when you are going to prepare for a particular bank's interview, then just go and prepare about that particular bank and what are the yojanas related to that particular bank. That is a sector of the bank we are talking about. When we talk about rural banks, then we have yojanas related to agriculture, yojanas related to horticulture, yojanas related to fishing, or n number of things. Okay. Now when we talk about SBI PO, that is your scheduled bank, sorry, that is your nationalized bank and nationalized and scheduled banks. When we are talking about SBI PO or IBPS, then you have yojanas related to your urban area development or rural area development. So we can carry on with this. The next thing, what we talk about in this particular section of general awareness or current awareness or banking awareness, we can say, is that you must have a proper knowledge of all the banks that you are going to give interview. That is, for an example, you are going to give interview about SBI, then what should you do is, you should have a brief knowledge, as well as a deep knowledge about the SBI, that when it was established, how it was established, what was the mode of construction of SBI bank, what was its paid up capital, what was its authorized capital, now what is the position of SBI, now in how many sectors SBI are working. Because SBI or any of the scheduled banks are not only performing the business part of banking, but they are also carrying on with very much, or we can say that n number of CSRs, that is the corporate social responsibility, and they are also carrying on with businesses apart from banking. They are selling out life insurances, again they are selling out mutual funds. So we have n number of jobs that banks are also carrying out. When we talk about this next part, that is your economic awareness. When we are talking about economic awareness, then there you can see questions related to your growth in your nation, in our nation. Then we have the GDP, then we have the growth of banking sector, then we have the level of NPAs of various banks. You should have a knowledge of all these things because questions may be related to them. Then there are again questions related to your economic, that is, who is the finance minister, who is the finance minister of a particular state. When you are going for clerical interviews, that is the interview that may be taken up in SBI clerk. So there may be a chance that you are belonging to a eastern region and you may be posted in eastern region. Then what is the particular speciality of your region, from where you are actually belonging. Questions may be related to it, that what is the political structure over there. So these are the common issues that are related to the economy of our nation. What are the various scopes of economy in your particular state or in the country. Then this next part that comes for interview section is your banking section, the complete final banking interview section. When we are talking about banking interview section, then you can have a discussion, then the questions may be asked like, what are the questions related to banking terms? Now when we are talking about banking terms, then you have NPA, then you have CSR, or you have CRR, or we have reverse repo rate, then that is RRR, or we have SLR, then n number of banking terms are there. Then when we talk about ATMs, then we have brown label ATM, green label ATM, red label ATM. What are these different types of ATMs over there? Okay, so you must have a brief knowledge about it because questions can be asked from that. Now, when you are talking about n number of ATMs, then a deep question from it may arise, that what is the difference between red label ATM or a brown label ATM? Now, which are the banks that are using these kind of systems? Okay, now when we talk about these questions related to banking sector, what another question arises is your accuracy in your facts. Okay, now when we discuss about n number of questions that are related to your banking section, then the another thing that arises is your knowledge about facts related to bank. You actually cannot bluff over there. You cannot play a game of bluff. Yes, the matter over there is that you must show a confidence to those panel members, but what you cannot do is is that you cannot bluff them out, because they are very much experienced. They have they have taken n number of interviews, so they are quite experienced, and you cannot bluff them out, that is by giving them wrong facts, and you cannot just argue that what you are speaking is correct. You should be very much clear and clear cut in your data and facts that you are going to give over there. Now the next question that arises in a question in the interview is that students ask that, sir, sometimes when we get stuck to any of the questions in an interview, then what should I do? There is no harm in telling that, sir, sorry sir, I have no idea related to this particular question, or you can just move on by saying sorry sir, because when you are saying sorry, you are saving your time only, you are not actually wasting their time, you are saving your time. They can ask you another question, but the question arises that when you are saying sorry sir every time, then what will happen? When you are telling sorry sir every time, then this particularly means that you are not at all eligible in the interview, because when every questions are asked and you are saying sorry sir, then this doesn't mean that you are going to be selected. So for being selected in an interview, you can lap one or two questions, but you cannot lap each and every question over there that is being asked. The next thing that comes in the interview is your confidence level. When we are talking about confidence level, then the major thing that could be included in this particular interview session is that what kind of a communication skill you have. Now the next thing, how you are talking to the mentors, that is the panel members, the panelists over there. What I am trying to say is that when you are having a conversation with one of the panel members and 4 to 5 panel members are sitting over there, then you cannot just reply to a single panel member. When you are replying to a particular panel member, your eye should move from each to every panel member. This will actually help you out that you are quite good in answering each and everyone. This will show your confidence level that while you are answering someone, then you can look at each and every of the panel members. Now the next thing that comes out of it is that when you are feeling nervous over there, then what can you do? Then there is a glass of water kept on the table. You can take the permission from the mentors or the panelists over there, then have some water, then again you can carry on with your interview. Because they also know that when a candidate is coming for an interview, he or she is a little bit nervous. So rather than just getting very much nervous and suffering from a condition of constipation, then what you can do is have some water, then continue with your interview. This will help you quite in that particular interview, that you can answer the questions very confidently. And the last thing that I should say you, that is how you go and enter the particular interview hall. That is, your first appearance is your last appearance, your first impression is your last impression, that we are hearing from n number of days. So what we can say is, whenever you are going to enter an interview hall, there should be a proper way of communicating and proper way of taking permission to enter an interview hall. And at the end of that particular session of interview, you should forbid all those panel members by saying, it was nice talking to you all sir, thank you sir. Like these, there are a number of ways that you can forbid them at the end, and you may leave the interview hall very firmly, very nicely. Now at the end, when we had all the interview session completed, after the interview, just keep calm, be patient. When we talk about that interview session is over, now what should be your particular body language? You should not be very much angry, that you cannot go saying like that, interview acha nahi gaya, interview bekar gaya, like this. You cannot come out of the interview hall saying like this. Be happy, keep a smile on your face, and whenever you are answering a panelist, just have a smile and get out of the interview hall. This will show a positive attitude of yours, which will really help you scoring in the interview. Okay, so this was all about the group discussion and the interview sessions. For any of the guidance, you may call Sachdeva Online Tutorials. Thank you.